The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense. And I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this,
There he goes! He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And how about that on 3rd down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they start, going into this.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. So the Washington Huskies offense will get the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
On play action on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Caught. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The give from the gun. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They stop him just a leap or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. Rides to back and leaves it. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open on time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. What a disappointment. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Here's the handoff. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Lets it fly on the move. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They missed a chance to put up 3 points the last time they had it, now to try to get a score on this drive. From the gun, running back gets to give. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Jukes his way for more. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
Headed to the end zone, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cardinal!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The lone back's got it. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That's caught. It's Turbin. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense is...
Touchdown, Stanford! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, you talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Turbin. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Bringing the heat. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Oregon has some work to do, but go against this team at your own risk. The program who played in the first ever CFP championship is always a threat to come back. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Hawaii. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Looking to fire. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the 1st down mark.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert 1st downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Wants to throw on 3rd. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Stanford wants to push the pace, and the offense just chooses to spike the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. It's complete. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unloads to the right. Touchdown, Cardinal! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple.
Oh, he's got some space.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure coming. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Hold on. That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Punt is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He'll pull it on the read. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Got it set up on the outside. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. This time they'll go to the running game.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off play action. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The field goal is no good. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Running back searching for a hole. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's the pressure. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Rushes on him. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try the run. Runs through a tackle.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Washington sends out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Grabbed over the middle. It's Ball. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations. Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but Maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the ball will be blown dead at the 35, and that's where they'll put it into play. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man on the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
What a job out front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed on the outside, it's Turbin. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. It's on target and complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Catch in the middle. It's Turbin. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a third and long. Handoff to the single back. Bust through behind his pad. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for a loss the previous play. They give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. He'll do it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
He's going to take off. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Pulls it in down the sideline. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's nothing.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. Back open in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He's already made one field goal, but this one is going to need a big leg. A 50-yard attempt coming. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Oregon is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Justin Herbert had a hand in getting this kid to Eugene, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? They're trailing by just 2 to Hawaii. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Pocket breaking down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Got a man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Fowler. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Oh, they're after him. It's complete. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it down at the 34.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Russ. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
In the passing game, that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on second down. He makes a grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Trying to pound their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
This defense right now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced to just one possession, so they've got to make some big plays here on pass defense. They've got to be able to cover.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
He's not going to get there. Running and trying to tie this game up late, and the defense is able to stop him. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catches of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.